DW Conversations. Usahang katungod, usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristoryahan. DW Conversations.
Good morning everyone! Today is Tuesday, Holy Tuesday mga kasangkayan, Martes itong Semana Santa. Kumusta ka mga tanan? Ika-12 hiton Abril. Kumusta ka mga tanan mga kasangkayan? We hope nga, okay lang kita. Bisan hiton kamauran, sana iton mga lugar din sa Eastern Samar nga mga flood prone. Okay na kamo, okay lang kamo. Maram kamo mga kasangkayan na leksyonan kita hiningapan hinabo, especially in Baybay Leyte, nga diri talaga pwede natagya kita, ilabi na hinmauran, tapos na okay kita haranihin mga bukid-bukid. Diri kita pwede tumagya, darangani kay, especially yan na, it has been raining for forever. Talagang yung carrying capacity, itong tuna, itong hintubig, talagang exhausted na, wala na. So yung tendency niya bumaha. But baha, habang kayo na mga kasangkayan, as you can see, nagpapasalamat at that after 2 years of the pandemic, we are already on the 3rd year. Pala talaga kami yung pagkikita nga ni Sir June. We have Dr. June Agda, the Vice President for Academic Affairs of the Eastern Samar State University. Sir June, thank you very much for answering the invitation.
Good morning. Thank you, Eden. Thank you, Dr. Cynthia Villar-Quitorio. Thank you for having me here.
And it's a pleasure. So, Dr. June, how is it now after almost 2 years nga, conducting classes online? Now, balik na kita. So, how is balik na balik? Is it yung baga pre-pandemic na klase or may adalagihap natin hini mga protocols na sinusunod?
Yeah, actually we're learning to live with the new normal, so it's now a fact, we started actually with our limited face-to-face classes last March 21, so in fact the regional director of Commission on Higher Education, who is actually from Borongan, Dr. Maximo Alhibi, actually, and his team visited ESU to assess our readiness on the preparation to conduct the limited face-to-face classes. So we started last March 21 with the limited face-to-face classes, meaning 50% capacity of the rooms. So we actually prioritized the graduating students who are taking board programs. So yung mga 3rd year, kasi yung mga 4th year actually are having their OJT or internship. So yung mga prioritize po natin yung mga board programs, yung mga junior, 3rd year students. So but without prejudice also sa mga 1st year and 2nd year students. In fact, actually, as early as last year, we began already with the College of Nursing and Allied Sciences. We're offering midwifery and BS in nursing, and also with the College of Law and with some technical courses at Eastern Samar State University. Yeah.
So, yung graduate school and face-to-face classes na rin?
Opo, nag-face-to-face na po. Actually, we already started, I think, 2 Saturdays ago, because we have weekday classes and Saturday classes also.
Ito, Sir June, including yung external campuses, may F2F na rin tayo?
Yes, actually last March 21, we visited with Professor Mark Benzi Elpedes, who is our focal for COVID-19. We went to ESU Salcedo and ESU B1 to assess their readiness also. But unfortunately, when we went there, I think some colleges are prepared, like the College of Engineering and ESU B1, but they still have to secure, and I hope they were able now to secure the permit from the local ATF of the LGU of B1.
Oh, needed pa pala yan?
Needed po. Part of the CHED Memorandum Order that we really have to seek approval from the local IATF of the locality where the campus is located.
So sir, ito, nasa 50% of the capacity of the room yung pwede. we are on alert level 1 na Borongan City. Is it not going to like change para, kasi how do you manage that, yung 50%, to make sure that everyone ay nakakapasok?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, we're actually trying to recalibrate. No, we're having difficulty in reconfiguring. I mean, for programs wherein there are 25 students or less, we don't have to divide them. No,
Yeah.
meron tayong tinatawag na cyclical, shifting, or rotational model. No, so per agreement with my college deans, no, at the main campus. No, so kasi dapat customized siya, tailored to a particular campus, no? So, they opted na dire-diretso muna. Halimbawa, kasi we're going to end the semester come June 26,
Okay.
no? So, 1.5 months may be left, okay? So, yung first batch, then the second 1.5 months left, the second batch. The rationale for that is yung pamasahe, yung boarding houses, gano'n, no? So, parang tuloy-tuloy. But it does not mean that yung second half that will have to wait for the next batch will remain idle. They'll be given modules to work on, you know, and we're catering to modular, to blended, or what we call the flexible learning management system.
So ma-open ngayon ni Sir, so ganito sa DepEd, no, yung high school and elementary, that you have to go to school on like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and then yung next batch will go to school on Thursday and Friday. So ito, hiapo, Adakino, for instance, so sa batch 1, dire-diretso.
Dire-diretso.
I go to school every day.
Yeah, practically.
Okay.
Yeah. Except, as I've said, okay, yung mga students na even 30 students or less, hindi na namin siya i-divide. Oo, kasi the classroom can accommodate naman. We have retrofitted the classrooms. In effect, actually we're guided with the protocol. So we need not actually divide or come up with a shifting model for such number of students. Valid.
So eto, Sir, iilan na yung like bumalik. Yung enrollment ba natin, has it gone up or down? Like with the pandemic?
Yeah, actually, unexpectedly, no, yung first sem namin, we're already in the second semester right now, no. We noticed that there was a spike also in enrollment of students, no, presumably because yung mga transferees, ganon, from, let's say, Tacloban, Cidro, or even Manila, no, decided just to enroll in ESU, no, and also, of course, let's face it, no, yung free tuition, yung free higher education tuition fee, no, really lured students, to enroll in a state college or university, no. So at the ESU main campus, we have right now, no, 9,186 students, no, that includes ESU Arteche, kasi satellite campus pa lang naman ng ESU Arteche ng ESU main campus. On the whole, no, yung ESO system, we're running like something like more than 20,000, 20 to 21,000, all in all students, student population.
For this semester?
Yeah, for this semester.
So it has gone up.
Yeah,
By how many percent, Sir June?
I think it has went up something like mga 10%.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Usually kasi ang trend pag second sem na decrease in enrollment, no. But we were able to sustain that kasi maybe because also, let's face it, no, some a performance, no, of ESU, no, like for example in electrical engineering, I think we're one of the best performing university in the region, no, and we have consistently, posted a high passing percentage mark, okay, in the electrical engineering licensure exam, and not also to mention like education, nursing, okay, even for example civil engineering, for that matter, no, and agriculture, no. So I think somehow ESU has already leveled up, no. We have raised the bar, so to speak. Yeah.
Okay. So Sir June, how do we make sure nga, like with the COVID infection rate in Borongan down, pero the threat is still there, di ba? So how do we make sure, ano yung mga protocols na sinusunod in the classroom? Like, do we allow like everyone to, anybody to go inside the campus? Parang ganon.
Yeah, actually, we're following 3 modalities or framework, no, school-based measures. Okay, as you have said, okay, we cannot let our guards down, so to speak, no. So we're still following, yung mga hand and washing protocols, no, physical distancing, and we're monitoring our students on a weekly basis as per directives of CHED. So we're very vigilant on that, no. Although admittedly, nung mga I think during that week of March 21, no, we encountered some resistance also, lalo na sa main gate, no, kasi you know, we restrict, okay, access to the campus, no, but we have relaxed that so far, okay, relaxed in the sense that usually we would require students to present their vaccination card, dapat 100% vaccination rate, no? But then we have to, you know, be more considerate, okay? Kasi may mga students naman talaga na valid naman talaga yung reason. Ilan-ilang lang naman talaga sila, no? Like for example, immunocompromised sila, may mga existing comorbidities, no? So we really have to, you know, listen to them also and provide them alternative means. Kung hindi naman sila pwedeng mag, you know, in-campus transaction, pwede naman online, kung nabagano, no? But just the same, we should not, and this is the instruction of our university president, Dr. Pagatpatan, that we should not deprive them, you know, yung due process, syempre, no? Kasi earlier we received some, you know, feedback na hindi pinapapasok dun sa gate, no? So I think we have corrected this already. Kasi inimical yun. Kanabaga, hindi siya, you know, developmental yung approach, bale.
Pero sir, paano yung vaccination coverage natin? Yung faculty?
Yeah, per last our monitoring, it has jumped up from 62, naging 85%.
So it is not required for them to be vaccinated para makapag...
It is required.
It is required.
But, this is a big but, no? If for example, okay, may valid naman talaga siyang reason, okay? And mostly given to us yung religion aspect of it, no?
Oh,
yeah.
Ganun pala yan.
Ganon, especially in ESO Salcedo when we went there last March 31, no? But we really have to, you know, just the same. Cater to them, you know, hindi ka pwedeng mag-enroll, hindi ka pwedeng pumasok, gano'n, no? So, yung alternative means, gano'n, maybe a health declaration from the LG or from the barangay, gano'n, no? Or that student may opt to continue with the modular approach or modality,
sir,
or online naman.
I think yung isang ano rin natin is, you know, the protection of the majority.
That's
kasi
right.
diba we have, marami mga
mako-compromise.
Precisely, no?
Yeah.
So I think it should be also one of the considerations. Kasi sir, yung isang issue din, I think doon sa kasagsagan ng COVID-19, we have a community, we have people living, di ba? Sa campus, may pag-asa, so ganito.
Right.
So and I heard dami tayo nagreklamo because they were not allowed entry kung hindi rin sila vaccinated.
Correct po. Because of the peculiar, you know, geographical location of ESO.
So paano to ngayon, sir, paano na-resolve ito?
Yeah, actually, we requested the assistance also of the barangay, no, kay Ma'am Florit Cabato, no, to help us out, okay? Identify sino talaga yung mga private residents at the back of the campus, no? Even to the point of issuing them some gate passes, no? Just for us to identify sino ba itong mga private residents living or residing at the back of the campus of ESU.
So at least, at sana ngayon, siguro, you know, with everything being relaxed, so relaxed na gihap kita.
Actually, I think yung term siguro na magagamit namin yung proactive, gano'n, vigilant,
okay.
gano'n, no?
As all it should be.
Yeah. Kasi we heard news, no, di ba? It might spike again. And sana wala namang gano'n, no? Kasi, you know, as what you've mentioned, no, more than 2 years na yung hiatus, no? Yung ano natin, no? We've been saddled with this, no, na-disrupt talaga yung classes, gano'n, no? So, we're just as excited with the students, no? Ang hirap, actually, Eden, pagturo ng online or virtual, no? In fact,
ano yung mga challenges?
At first, kasi, nung una, wala akong connection sa bahay ng internet, no? So, I would just rely on, minsan doon ako sa campus, doon sa aming cubicle, no? Pero main classes kasi ako ng 5 to 8, no? So, there were times na nagre-relay ako doon sa PesoNet, yung Wi-Fi, gano'n.
Or data.
Data. Very erratic naman. So, I had no choice really but to apply for connection with Globe Internet. And so far, so good naman yung, you know, aming exchange now dun sa classes namin, bale, with my students.
So, Sir John, how would you assess yung mga bata natin? Kasi they have yung blended learning sila for the past ilang semesters, no? So, did they learn something? Or naapektuhan ba an ira kahibaro the same way and pagtutdo kasi iba man gud ko nag-aarag tubang.
Yeah, candidly, I would say yes, predominantly generally. No, hindi lang naman siguro sa ESO, but on the general scale, no. I mean, kasi it was the most challenging as what you said era, no, in pedagogical arena, no. So, yung sinasabi po natin, in fact, no, itong year February, we were construed actually to implement yung tinatawag natin dito, nag-call kami, ano kami ng mga students sa accountancy, elimination. No? But then, I met with the dean and the faculty and there was an instruction also from Chairperson Prospero de Vera of CHED that we really have to, be more considerate,
yes.
no? I mean, yung restraint, if I have to use the word, no? Kasi hindi naman talaga ito lahat lang kasalanan ng estudyante, no? There were times na siyempre yung tinatawag natin na asynchronous mode. Minsan ililipat yung pagtuturo sa gabi kasi mas malakas yung internet. And on the part of the student, he or she cannot cope up anymore with that, no? Kasi maybe limited yung kanyang connectivity, gano'n, no? So, we have to sit on a holistic perspective in the context na wag naman gano'n, no? Not maybe this time, okay? Although we cannot also lower down the standard, but then we have to meet halfway, sort of, without really imposing drastic measures, no? Kasi yung ibang mga estudyante lalo na pati, no, it would exacerbate their interest, their motivation to go to school, no. Yung iba, we have to consider the fact na yung iba nakapagtrabaho na, lumipat na rin ang tirahan, gano'n, no. So yung momentum, no, yung kanilang siguro bali yung day-to-day routine nila na iba na
Yes.
Gano'n.
Kasi sir, nag-online classes ka, actually makuri talaga. It is very different kung nag-aarag tubang ka mo, di ba? May mga
interaction,
yes.
Gano'n.
Yeah. Plus totoo ito nimo. Didahan duwa ka tuig daman ira ibang mga activities, no?
Yeah.
Bisan kun masaran kita nga may ara ta mga restrictions, nag-lockdown kita, nag-iba kasi ang ira routine. So parang ako I would like to believe nga less talaga hingkadaman, but there were some pero ang kadaman less an ira focus nga dahan pag-aram, especially mabati kahan mga news nga masang okay, consider natin yan kasi because of the pandemic, of the restrictions, hindi natin ibabagsak itong mga kabataan, ipapasar natin. I think it's also one of the reasons nga naging kampante la natin mga kabataan na okay lang basta mapakita ako nila pag-roll call ni sir masaraga ka-impressive. Parang ganun I think it is one of the reasons.
Pero we should come up with a balanced perspective, no? Kasi we should also be guided that a little learning could be dangerous, no? Lalo na
it is true.
It is true na we cannot be churning out graduates who are, I would say, half-baked or mediocre. Especially kung kahit lahat naman ng courses ibig sabihin we cannot just throw caution to the wind, no? Na ipapasa na lang natin siya because of this and that, no? Skills-based pa rin. We really have to ascertain that that student is really qualified to earn the degree. Okay? Kasi we're also measured by, our performance in board examinations, no? So dapat balanced perspective, no? Kung kailangan namin mag-revalida, no? Especially for yung mga board programs, no? Gagawin namin yun kasi finishing school, no? Before we let the student graduate from a certain course, no? Kasi mahirap din na, mass promotion tayo, no? That won't also speak, towards yung quality education that we're trying to espouse by it.
Also, the quality should not change just just we had this pandemic and a little, tweaking did naman happen.
I think that's the better term.
So, sir, for 2 years wala tayong ibang mga activities. Yun lang, magkaklase tayo. And we have been used to, Eastern Samar State University, marami tayong activities. We have the international conference, yung mga sports.
Nagpatuloy pa rin.
Yeah, but it's
different kind of
it's a different.
Yeah, pero naman.
So what are we expecting? Kasi we are, slowly loosening up. So what do we expect in the next months?
Actually, for one, we were engrossed din naman with our work even during the pandemic. Like, for example, we developed, we curated, we validated our instructional modules. especially for the general education subjects. No? So we really have to look into this, yung aming rigor in developing instructional modules. No? And also we're also attuned to yung mga online na mga trainings, seminars, bale, no? So practically for faculty, no, business as usual kami. We dabble in research. We also conducted extension activities, just the same, no? So I mean, we have to come up with a sense of normalcy, okay, even during abnormal situations, no? And looking forward, no, the good thing in ESO with the leadership of Dr. Pagatpatan is that, okay, we're contemplating now on offering, okay, I mean, strengthening our existing programs by complying yung tinatawag namin ng mga Certificate of Program Compliance of CHED. Kasi per directive of CHED, dapat lahat ng mga academic programs offered by ESO dapat should be issued with a COPC, Certificate of Program Compliance, no, from CHED, no. So we have to see to it that before May next month, no, all the programs will be COPC compliant. This is actually spearheaded by our Vice President for External Affairs and Quality Assurance in the person of Dr. Marina Pilado. And in the pipeline also, okay, we hope that we can offer it by 2023, starting academic year 2023, yung Bachelor of Science in Marine Transportation, which the university is planning to offer it in SUG1. And yung the long cherished dream, if I would say, yung Doctor of Medicine. Hopefully, it would materialize come 2023. Although we're encountering.
Asan na tayo dyan? Because I have been like reading. I've been friends, no, that telling me about, and I've been reading in the posts, no. So nasaan na tayo dyan, Sir June?
Yeah, actually, I would say it's a Herculean task, no? I mean,
napaka-elusive,
napaka-ambitious, no?
Because we have to have a teaching hospital.
Yeah, but then we have already started the groundworks, no? As early as last year, if I remember, no, March, we have invited the Dean of the University of the Philippines School of Health Sciences, Dr. Tandingo, to come to ESU. Kasi initially we contemplated on having tie-ups, okay, with UP School of Health Sciences in Palao, Leyte. But I think hindi siya magiging feasible. So we thought of coming up with a standalone. We would offer the program in ESU lang talaga, ganon, no? Now, of course, it should not also prevent us from entering into collaborations, yung ganon, no, tie-ups. So last February, we even went with the President, no, Dr. Pagatpatan, and with the technical working group for the Doctor of Medicine program to Bicol University to benchmark. Okay, yeah, kasi state university din tong Bicol University, and we wanted to know how they were able to do it, gano'n, no? So we spoke to the president of Bicol University, to the dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. Mendoza. So ang nasa stage po tayo ngayon na kasi let's face it, no, here in Samar, ang SSU is also planning to offer Doctor of Medicine program in Samar State University, no, in Catbalogan, no, and per our conversation dialogue with the regional director of CHED, no, the representative of SSU shared to us that they're going to call it Samar Island Institute of Medicine, no. So here naman in ESU, we're planning to call it Philippines Physicians Program, no. Philippines People's Physicians Program, kanabagano. So alam ko medyo we'll encounter here some difficulties, no. We anticipate that, but we're trying to figure out on how to go through with it, no. Like we're going to present to the Regional Development Council, yung RDC, no, the NEDA arm, no, before we submit our documents, no, yung comprehensive feasibility to the Commission on Higher Education, no. I'm not promising that by 2023, no, ESO will start already offering Doctor of Medicine, no. We have to comply with the CHED Memorandum Order, the requirements, the programs, standards, and guidelines, no, before we start offering the program. So we're targeting it hopefully by 2023, but I mean, we will not start per instruction of our president, not unless and until we have complied with all the requirements.
Kasi sayang at kawawa din.
Exactly.
At that time, no, not so much with, because it is going to be free, I understand. Free education.
Very capital intensive, no? Kung meron man bayaran po yung estudyante like Bicol University, very minimal na lang po. Kasi ang apprehension natin, you've mentioned na yung unang-una, yung training hospital, yung base hospital natin, no? But, you know, I think we are riding in the crest, if I have to use it, no? We have the cards with us, no? The regional director of the Department of Health is from Salcedo, Dr. Sabalberino. The CHED regional director, Dr. Alibi, is also from Borongan. And even the director of EVRMC, Dr. Rivardon, is also from Eastern Samar. So I think we have the right cards, no, with us, no? It's just a matter of, you know, playing correctly, no? I mean, and planning, seriously planning on the steps that we're going to undertake in preparation for this program.
How did you come up with the plan in the first place? Damo ba, Sir June, ito nagsisignify that they want to go to medical school, pero mamanupay ko takon anhila and cheaper because medical school is very expensive.
Right po. Actually, we had a stakeholders dialogue last year, March 2021, no? Attended by most of the mayors here in Eastern Samar and even from the Department of Health, no, were there. Okay, Sangguniang Pang Lalawigan members were also there, no. Overwhelming talaga yung support, okay, for the people in Eastern Samar. It's about time, no, with the surge of COVID-19, no, we cannot just, you know, remain idle there, no, with the shortage of medical workers, no. We really have to do something with it, no. But then, as I've said, we have to do it right. Do it right the first time, okay, quality management, bali ito, no? So, yun, okay, as to support, walang problema. Yun nga lang po, syempre yung the hard facts now of it, no? Do we have the infrastructure? Do we have the faculty members? Kasi actually we even went to the extent of, you know, looking into tying up with Dr. Haya, the husband and wife tandem. Nandito sila sa Oikos, eh. Dito yung nag-offer ng dialysis, no? Okay. They're actually from Leyte.
From Leyte.
Oh yeah. But then, okay, we are looking into the possibility na, in fact, we spoke to her, to Dr. Haya, no? If we could, you know, somehow convince her to join ESU, no? Kasi ang requirement talaga ng faculty napakataas, eh. Kumbaga, no, kailangan master's degree, kailangan have taught in a College of Medicine for 5 years, no? And not to mention yung remuneration, gano'n, no? Kaya ang ginawa po ng ESU through the leadership of Dr. Pagapatan, actually we have set aside, no, nag-earmark po kami ng faculty position that would be commensurate, no, to the qualification of the would-be dean in the College of Medicine, no? Kasi siyempre napaka-in-demand naman sila, no? So
and they will be working full-time.
And they will be working full-time, correct po. Lalo na yung dean and even the associate dean, kailangan full-time talaga. And dun sa Bicol University, it cost them 14 million, okay? Honoraria pa lang ng mga nagtuturo sa College of Medicine kasi may mga specialized fields ito, eh. So, kumbaga, and we cannot just, you know, settle for anything less, no, in terms of, you know, qualifications of the faculty.
Pero sir, yung faculty naman, hindi naman necessary nga mag-full-time na rin, ba? As in all other medical schools.
Kasi may mga tinatawag silang mga departments sa Doctor of Medicine. So, actually required siya na may mga specific fields na dapat represented siya. Pero ang pinakamatindi talaga na requirement namin na binubuo po namin sa ngayon, yung dean at saka yung associate dean and of course the department heads, no, sa College of Medicine, no. Sabi ko kanina, it's Herculean, okay, task, no. But then you know, I think lahat naman, eh, everything begins with a single step.
Sige lang, if you cannot do it in 2013, maybe in 2023 we can do it in 2024.
Hopefully, yeah.
O diba, like eto, may College of Law na tayo.
Yeah,
And I think
correct.
it was not also easy, di ba?
Exactly po. Even with the College of Nursing, no?
Oo.
So, nagkaroon to ng mga birth pains, so to speak, no? So, but look at College of Law now, ibig sabihin and even nursing, no? So, syempre yung mga embryonic stage, no? Mahirap talaga siya, no? Lahat naman siguro, no? But then again, we really have to make sure that we have the resources, no? The infrastructure that includes it, no? To start offering the program.
And we are doing good. Diba? Yung College of Law natin.
I would say yes, yeah, with the Dean, Dr. Rhoda Cebricos, no? At the helm.
O tsaka gagandahan na maraming naglulo. You know, kasi it's a weekend, they go to school on weekends. Ay, nakita kita mga professionals na, nga, you know, kinahanglan talaga nila. Ini, like, even if they do not take the bar, importante may ada nila mga nahibabar. Sir John, we had a news, I think it was last week nga, may nakita mga exchange students nga din sa university in Malaysia.
Yeah, it's in Indonesia. Jakarta, Indonesia.
What's that? Is it an online thing?
Online platform po to. Actually, we started with Okrida, no? It's a Christian university based in Jakarta. Way back last year, bali, no? So itong 5 na exchange students natin, we had the briefing, the orientation, we conducted it last Wednesday, online platform with the president of Okrida in Jakarta, Indonesia. And hopefully makapunta po kami sa Jakarta, Indonesia, kami and some of the faculty, and even we have also extended our invitation of Okrida to come to visit us to ESU, no? Actually, ito yung challenge po sa amin ngayon, no? Lalo na sa office ko po at saka sa Vice President for External Affairs, no? To come up with some linkages, no? Partnerships, no? With international schools, no? So, actually, nag-umpisa po kami noon sa Vietnam, sa Korea, gano'n, no? So, we're going, I think, to be very more aggressive with this, no? Lalo na yung na-ease na yung travel restrictions, no? Pero we should do it in a way na, we share the same values, okay, programs, gano'n, no? And we can also learn a lot from them, gano'n, no? So, yun po, nag-umpisa na po tayo sa Jakarta, Indonesia last week po.
So, paano to, sir? They are just taking courses?
Yeah, they're just taking subjects in Okrida.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
meron din mga taga-Okrida, we're taking up also subjects from ESU.
So, paano to, sir? Paano to napili sila? Who chose that? Did they apply for it?
Yeah, actually, yung aming former director of internationalization office, si Dr. Grace Manlapas, actually sourced out, no? And even with the former dean of international affairs, si Dr. Rodora Mendoza, was really active in sourcing out bali partnerships, no, from the international community, no. So one of those who responded, ito na nga yung Okrida. Actually, marami talaga mga schools na who would like to partner with us, no. Even if you recall, if you remember, I was the work partner of the Peace Corps volunteer, Robert Dorgan. He was from Michigan, USA, no. So kung hindi lang sana nag-pandemic, he was inviting me actually to go to Michigan kasi to forge partnership, alliances, bali, even joint ventures, no, with some schools in the US, no. Kaya lang we put it on hold because of the pandemic. Yeah.
Ang daming ang things put on hold because of the pandemic, and ngayon mag-double triple time tayo to catch up.
Sana, yeah.
Di ba? So and this is good news talaga, and magandang exposure hitaton mga kabataan.
And even sana faculty, hopefully,
Oo naman.
Hindi lang estudyante but even faculty, ourselves, no? Kasi I remember when I was faculty of the Philippine Science High School, main campus sa Road, meron kami mga exchange faculty also, no? Pinapadala from the Philippines to the US to the Philippines.
And I think it will also happen.
Sana.
Yeah. Sa,
we're looking forward to
proper
it.
linkaging lang talaga. And our students, ibig sabihin, sir, nai-expose sila kahit, dito, like you study here in Borongan City, but you are exposing yourself.
Yeah, it's bridging now culture.
Precisely,
distance,
no?
yeah.
Also, sir, kumusta yung ating, we have this College of hotel, restaurant,
hospitality management.
management.
Yeah.
No? I think it's also one of yung magandang programs dyan sa...
Actually, isa sa mga pinakamaraming enrollees nasa hospitality management namin. Kasi nga, di ba yung sa tourism, gano'n, no? And some of our students are gainfully employed now abroad. Nagpo-post naman sa Facebook, nasa cruise ship na sila, no? Pero yung iba, syempre, naapektuhan din. Like for example, we have one student who used to work in Shangri-La, the 4th, no? Pero during the pandemic, he had no choice really because of, yung pagko-commute niya sa trabaho. Although there was a time, according to him, no, na nagstay in sila dun sa Shangri-La, the 4th, no? Pero yun na nga, they were apprehensive, baka mamaya magkahawaan, gano'n. So he had no choice but really to tender his resignation.
Anyway, bumabalik na rin yan ngayon. They're slowly opening up.
Gradually,
and I met one who graduated from SU. I forgot the name. But I met her, I think, in January. She's working in one of the restaurants, Soler. No?
Okay.
In one of the restaurants, Soler.
Yeah.
So,
And also,
this is from Sulat or something.
yung mga success stories nakaka-inspire lang. Kasi even for example, our passes in the criminology licensure exam, maganda rin kasing performance namin sa criminology. And I'd like to attribute that for one to Dr. Eliazar Balbada, our dean, no, of the College of Criminal Justice Education, no. Both in Maydolong, no, we have their Professor Randy Padriquez, no, is the program head in ESU Maydolong, no. So may mga successful graduates din kami na ngayon ay mga policemen na, yung men in uniform, ika nga, no. So and in all other also courses as well, no. I mean, ang nakaka-inspire lang, Eden, is that yung indomitable will to finish the course no matter what, no. Yung bang mga pinagdadaanan ng mga estudyante, no, hindi they did not give up,
because alam nila, sir, this is the only way para gumanda ang buhay.
Yeah, I mean,
get
liberating
out
talaga, redeeming, no?
From the bondage of poverty.
Yeah.
Imagine, malaking makakatulong ka sa family mo.
Yeah, during the testimonial actually program we tendered for the successful passers in criminology, I was told by, was it Dr. Balbada, no? Yung isang passer namin, believe me, you won't believe it, no, rather, okay, na there were times na nagtitinda to ng balot. I mean, just to, make ends. Pero to me, commendable. I mean, hero even. Okay? Kasi iilan na lang yung magaganon kumbaga, no, na, inexplicable, indescribable difficulty or hardships, no? Nagpursige pa rin sa kanilang pag-aaral. I think they even deserve an award for this.
Oh, imagine that's the will to be emancipated from the bondage of poverty.
Exactly po.
Diba? Kasi tayo din lang naman ang makakatulong sa sarili natin. Kay di may kadamanit at mga tao din ni Sir John, di mga riko, warit may magpipinanunuron tingang at mga kag-anak, diba? Talaga. And you can only be gainfully employed kung ma-eskwela ka.
And I really want to document, okay, with a profile of these students who are made of sterner stuff, according to Shakespeare. No, I mean, i-document ko sila. Success story kasi, no. So it's worthy of emulation for other students, no. Never to give up, no. Just like that, no. So I hope we can do this, no, and could somehow be used to serve as an inspiration, no, to other students to do the same. Ganon.
Sir, na-imagine ko kapag mag-open yung isang Bachelor of Science in Marine Technology, no?
Marine Transportation.
Yun. Kasi marami pala yan. Meron ng Marine Science, no? Like
Marine Engineering, Marine Transportation.
So, na-imagine ko lang itong kadamuhit ma-eskwela itong because aanhilang gihapaatan ta mga Pilipino nga mas maupay mas magiging maupay itong kinabuhi una, matatrabaho ka abroad or makakaskay ka talaga barko, diba? So na-imagine talaga, sir, kadadamo aday ma-enroll din.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, very aggressive din yung aming president, Dr. Pagatpata. No? In fact, we're able to invite yung Deputy Director of the National Maritime Polytechnic in Tacloban. No? They're the only National Maritime Polytechnic in the entire country. Very supportive po yung Regional Director ng NMP. In fact, we're going to forge with them MOA for us to use somehow their facilities there. And even through the endorsement of the Regional Director of the Maritime Industry Authority, yung Marina, no, in the person si Ma'am Annabel Lagas, no, also endorsed ESU, no, to a Marina Central Office, no, for us to offer this program. Kaya lang, Eden, no, napaka-stiff din ng requirements ng marine transportation, no. So kailangan meron kaming naka-tie up na industry for our future graduates, no. Sana we're looking into possibility yung sa Norwegian companies, no. So
kasi yung Norwegian companies, di ba, they are tied,
they're the leader,
they're tied up with one university, I think in Cebu, libre yan.
Exactly,
and
po.
Your graduates are assured
of employment,
yes,
deployment
after
graduation.
Kasi usually, surgeon, yung, I mean, yung malaking challenge dyan is, ano nga ba tawag nila dyan? Yung parang doon sa ibang courses when you are on the job training, but eto, I don't know, I just forgot the term, that kinahanglan masakay ka itong barko for your training, because it is a requirement for them before they can graduate.
I think international talagang international talagang
pero
standard.
sir, ay yung target natin for ESO to open yung
hopefully 2023. So we're going to submit our documents kasi the ruling of CHED is that a year prior to the opening, no. So hopefully we're going to start our classes next year, 2023-2024, August 1, 2023. So a year prior to that, we should already submit our documents to CHED. And in the course of the time, no, we should already be, complying with the requirements, with the facilities, books, faculty. Yung sa faculty, nakita-kita ko marami tayong mga marino here in Borongan and even in Eastern Samar.
May naman ko, sir, it's a faculty, ano rin yung mga requirements nila?
Preferably talaga sa isang state university, master's degree, no? Pero kung may industry experience naman talaga siya, kapitan talaga siya, no?
Kapitan
With all the trainings, napakarami ng trainings din
nag-retire, kasi parang they retire early, di ba? So pwede pa silang, once they retire, pwede silang
especially for faculty positions. And we're tapping here. I don't know if you know him. He's from Campisao also. Sir Ruben Boloso. Yeah, opo. To be one. In fact, grooming him to take the lead, no, in the offering of the programming BS Marine Transportation. So we're preparing now the papers, no. We have the technical working group. We are polishing the feasibility study. Nag-coordinate na tayo sa NMP, sa Marina, and pumunta na kami sa Palungpon Institute of Technology also to benchmark, and we might even go farther to Sorsogon State College, to look also into para we'll be ready by then kung nambaga, no. And we have reminded the prospective proponents na ilagay na sa aming annual procurement plan. Kasi sa government, lahat naman dapat procurement process siya eh. Yung mga facilities na kailangan bilhin, it should pass through yung procurement process for 2023.
Kasi dito we should aim high, no, yung mga nagtatrabaho natin sa industriya, in the marine industry, yung nagtatarget na tayo mga graduates natin, kasi natin mga estehanon, magiging mga opisyal, not just mga able-bodied seamen, but mga opisyal din naman gihapon itong mga barko. Diba? Kasi the risk of working dahil sugad na environment, sir, diba? Masyadong hataas, so we aim high. Hataas itong posisyon para dakit sweldo. Diba? It should be worth the risk.
Yeah. Yung mga courses, hindi lang naman po marine transportation, I would say courses that we offer, okay, here in ESU. Actually, especially, we wanted na it would liberate them, as what you've said,
yes,
no? The quagmire, emancipate them of poverty, no? Nelson Mandela, education is the best weapon that we can use to change the world,
yes,
no? So, yun naman talagang, natin dito, vision or mission in the university.
At saka
transforming lives.
At saka siguro we have the state university, and I think dapat itong mga tao, itong mga pamilya should encourage your children to
pero
go to school.
admittedly,
Maghininong kasi may naman talaga, sir, may ada talaga may ada naman mga kinaiya. You know, the government is doing everything, libreng
Exactly
tuition, you
po,
only
no?
pay.
Meron pa silang mga stipend, no?
May pa nga, di ba yan, sir, yung mga
Yes.
local government units natin, may ada nira mga
Scholarship,
no? At least, supported, impasahe, iparalit naman lahit, notebook.
Meron test, no?
Di ba? Oo.
Tertiary education subsidy. Ito, 20,000 ito per sem.
So, everything-
Yung mga qualified, no?
Oo,
Yung mga
andyan na.
beneficiaries, meron tulong doon, no? 7,500 per sem, no? Sa mga 4-piece grantees, no? So, practically, wala na talaga. Free tuition pa.
Ginahatag na talaga, sir.
Hinahatag pa for school year.
In-offer
Tax-free
na.
yun, ha? 40,000 yun kasi 20,000 per sem, no? Kung grantee naman siya ng tulong doon, 7,500, no? Maliban pa yan doon sa mga DOST scholars, no? Ang tataas ng mga stipend ng mga DOST scholars, no? So, but to be modest about it, no? We still have plenty of things to do in ISO. Okay? I mean, like, we really want to refine pa, okay? The program offerings, no? I mean, it's a continuous process, no? I mean, to make sure na we are at par with the standards, no? Hindi po, ano, no? Hindi biro, no?
And it will never stop.
Correct.
It will never stop.
It's, you know, never ending.
Yes.
Yeah, quest.
Ganon talaga eh. Yung atin lang, yung mga itat mga tao din ng Eastern Samar, you should take this opportunity. Dear in Sugadhan, mga 30
Way back
years
then,
ago, 20
yeah.
years ago, nga wala nga ni talaga kag kwarta nim kaganak makurihay, no? Makurihay talaga nim pagmalak eskwela. Yan na haroy pastilan, itaw na lait di maunod. Aada na iton nga tanan, no?
Yeah, right.
Take this opportunity ay kahubya. Kay kunada na iton pagkahubya siya man talaga ini iton nakakaulang. Wala maada sa ako di makit nato ng may tao nga bulok basta interesado talaga.
We have multiple
Diba?
intelligences, Gardner. Yeah.
So, yun talaga. So, Sir June, what are the, things that we, Estehanon, will expect from ESO in the next 5 years? Ganon na tayo
Yung timeline, no? So, in the next 5 years, we hope that we could still improve, okay, our operations, our systems, our practices, our processes, no? And we hope that we could really, kumbaga, bring the university to far greater heights, no? By number one, to be concrete about it, no? Sana ma-realize yung aming pag-offer ng, we're also planning to offer BS in Sanitary Engineering, Marine Transportation, as we've mentioned before, no? And of course, the Doctor of Medicine. Hopefully naman within the 5-year spectrum or time frame, no, ma-realize po natin ito, no? And hopefully, no, maging ano na rin kami dito, no, somehow mag-lead, no, in Eastern Visayas when it comes to the area of research, gano'n, yung mga cutting edge, yung mga high impact researches, no? Kasi a university should be, a think tank, a research university. We're being assessed by the number of researches that we have, published in peer-reviewed and, reputable journals. That's one barometer. That's one criterion. Masasabi natin ng isang university is already at par. Kung yung mga researches niya talagang ibig sabihin na-utilize, na-disseminate properly to the community, gano'n, no? So, it's worth mentioning the fact that in universities abroad, lalo na sa US, no, ang pinag-uusapan na, like for example, Stanford University, yung Nobel Prize na in physics, in chemistry, gano'n, no? So, napaka-ambitious ko rin naman sana ng gano'n. But then, okay, wala naman sigurong masama mangarap, no? So, improve namin yung aming research capability, gano'n, yung aming performance in the board examinations, yung aming best academic enterprise or the arsenal, ma-improve pa namin yung aming profile of the faculty, gano'n, no? Teaching is reserved actually for the best and the brightest, okay? I used to say this. This is not for lousy people, okay? I'm sorry about this, no? I mean, yung competition bali dito is cutthroat competition bali, no? So, if we're not made of quality, I mean, will not survive, So, in the next 5 years, we really hope that we will be able to improve the landscape, okay? The roadmap, exactly, okay, yung mga existing curricular programs namin, i-strengthen pa namin, okay? And before we even think of offering additional programs, i-strengthen muna namin yung aming mga faculty capability, yung sa research, extension, production, na makapag-develop kami dito ng mga utility models, mga devices that would translate into, for example, technology that the people can use, no? I mean, the world is open to suggestions, sabi nga, kunabaga, let's make things better according to Phillips, no? That to use the cliche, to add this type of human knowledge, no? So, to be also the leader in, at least in the region, no? Yung ESO, no? Yung aming kunwari College of Law, sana, may strengthen pa rin namin, and all other colleges as well, no? So, yun ang pangarap po natin, no? And we can't do this alone. We have to be in partnership with, stakeholders, with the public at large, and I think we're on track with the leadership of Dr. Andres Pagatpatan Jr. I mean, he has this vision to become a technically advanced university in this part of the country. And we really hope that we could live up, we can walk the talk, we can live up to the expectations of people. No, I mean, this is the right time. We are in a state of flux, with what is happening in the world today, with the pandemic, with I think the 6th week na yata, or running a month na yata, yung sa Ukraine, no? I mean, sorry to mention this, no?
Yeah.
Because somehow we're affected with it, no?
Yes,
yung alternative source of energy. I think we should be able to conclude things in the university that would provide alternative source of energy to fuel, no? So research, I think Engineer Arnaldo Villalon, electrical engineer and the campus head administrator of ESO Arteche, is proposing for this, no? Yung the use really of solar energy.
Pero, Sir Jun, one more thing. Meron pa ba tayong mga agriculture courses?
Yeah, we still have. We're still offering BS Agriculture and even the BS Fisheries program. Pero yun na nga po, admittedly, Eden, no? For a while, okay, ang kukunti ng takers ng program na to, despite, the efforts that we do. I think we have to, change our tack, tweak, as what you've mentioned, no? Kasi hindi lang nakikita siguro ng ibang mga estudyante na merong market for agriculture graduates, okay? For one, okay, in Australia, okay? Elsewhere, for example, nagre-recruit ng mga agriculture graduates, no? Kasi merong isang suburb in Australia na dinevelop ng isang Filipino magnate or entrepreneur, and he's really in demand of graduates of agriculture.
Kasi yung akin lang na, I mean, we are an supposedly, we should be an agricultural economy, but the sad thing is, itat nga ni mga tag-usa ka hektarya nga umhanan na siguro, I mean, diri kita manggod nagamit itong teknolohiya.
Right po.
Itong pag-umayon na yung I think, and of course, yung
I think we have to respond na to that. You're right po. Yung technology-based na, okay? Hindi na yung mga traditional way of farming.
Change the mindset
paradigm. Mapapag-iwanan tayo. And the university, according to President Falma, should redeem the past, counsel the present, and predict the future. No? So dapat, it's about time. Yung mga technology na introduce na natin, dapat in our campus, dapat we should be able now to provide state-of-the-art farming tools, technologies, to attract students. And what they can learn, dapat maging bankable sila to the labor market.
At saka yung akin, totoo ito ni mo, sir, yung demand for agriculture graduates, in Australia, in New Zealand, mataas,
Even in Canada.
Paano nga ba sila nag-agriculture in Canada? Maybe in British Columbia, maybe in Nova Scotia.
Kasi medyo malamig, maginaw, Pero yung ang dami nilang farms doon. In fact, we had one employee before who's now in Canada, tending parang milk farm, sa cattle industry doon.
Siguro maybe kasi doon sa maybe in the British Columbia area, kasi dirigahagkuti. Di ba? Maybe yung mga Haraniton Atlantic na mga provinces. But we are really looking forward to. Kasi Sir Jun, talaga dapat, if there's something na dapat talaga ma-improve natin din itong estado, itong agrikultura in Eastern Samar, because may agad kita yung infrastructures, like we have irrigation, we have something, tractors, it's even seeds nga hinahatag itong gobyerno, but when your farmer is not responsive, nga naman itong bagong nga technology, mga kanang kinadaan pa, diri itong dakot talaga.
Yeah, that's right. Kasi agriculture, we can equate it to food production.
Precisely.
Yun ang importante, yun ang dapat yung link doon, matap yan natin doon. Kasi
I heard the last time nga nag-interview ako Mayor Dayan, sarang paniya, dun sa dukot agrikultura, medyo nagkakaproblema sila dun sa mga borrowers, dun sa farming, sa vegetable production. Kasi nga, you have this.
Yeah, ang hirap.
We don't know how to go about it, no? Pero but siguro,
no?
Sir Jun, kasi para dapat iton aton talaga enough nga dapat matuman is for Eastern Samar to be sufficient in food. Di ba? Madhirin na kita napat pakitit bugas, tika nga gos, bisutanon, napalit pa kita. So we have to inspire siguro, Sir Jun, young people nga, diri na itsugadhan una, itong pag-uuma, nga hanuna sa rin ka nga nag-umasar po, baribaya na.
Dapat radical change talaga.
And I think makakabulit itong university with this because initially, di ba, ito was an agricultural college when we started. No? Parang dapat diri talaga mawawara iton nga. Kasi considering the place that we are in. So, kahit mga UPLB, pero
actually, Simon Sinek was right when he said that when people are financially invested, they want return, but when they are emotionally attached or connected, they want to contribute. Okay, I mean, so hopefully, we can drive, the people's support. Okay, na ibig sabihin, it will take every one of us actually, I mean, to rally behind. Okay, ano ba ang dapat gawin pa ng ESU in the field of agriculture, to lure, to attract, to set aside yung mga notion na ay agriculture la ganon, na dapat hindi ganon, and all other programs as well. What is important is we excel in that particular program. May it be in agriculture, in nursing, accountancy, education. I think the bottom line there is that we should be good at it. Okay, find a niche. Okay, where we could excel in.
We should be best.
Yeah.
So, Sir Jun, thank you very much for.
Thank you also for having me here once again.
It's really always nice, good, fun talking with you. And siguro, sir, ako in the next 5 years, makita kita. I am wishing, I'm hoping, makita kita itong nagsa-start na dito natong College of Medicine.
It's also my dream, and I hope it will be realized soon. Also, okay, in the coming years, maybe. Yeah.
Ibang-iba na yan. Damo ito mag-ano ini kung available, kung open din damo itong mga taga din na mga eskwela. Kasi ito damo nga mga challenge na ato ka ibang lugar, mahal, pagkaon, balay, etc. So with kunaan ito. So, Sir Jun, thank you very much, and message for our
thank you,
Estejanos.
BWTV. On behalf of our university president, Dr. Andres Pagatpatan, our key officials of the university, Dr. Marina Apilado, the Vice President for External Affairs and Quality Assurance, Dr. Rodora Mendoza, the Vice President for Research and Extension, and Dr. Rogelio Bailio, the Vice President for Administration, the campus administrators, the deans, our students, sila mga clients po namin. Thank you. Do inform us, tell us, suggest to us, recommend to us, talk to us, the things that we should do to improve our operations in the university. Okay, teaching, according to Metrobank, brings out the best in a person. We teach, we touch the future. Krista McAuliffe, ibig sabihin na we stand and deliver. Yung ganun, So, we hope we can be part of this transformational process. And again, I cannot begin to thank BWTV for giving us the platform for ESU. Actually, to disseminate, the latest from ESU. And Maraming salamat, Dr. Cynthia Vilizar Quitorio also, okay, and the management and staff. Maraming salamat po. Eden, thank you. Keep on smiling.
As always.
You know, yeah. I hope umaraw na sa Thursday, yeah, yung forecast kagabi, no?
At sabi?
Daw, kung
minsan
hindi
di na ako
naman
naniniwala,
minsan niya, kung nabaga, I hope the sun will come out tomorrow. Ganon, no?
The sun will come out
tomorrow,
bet
yeah.
your bottom dollar.
Yeah, thank you, okay? Philippines, Borongan, Eastern Samar, maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Dr. June Agda, who is our Vice President for Administration ng Eastern Samar State University. We will be back.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod, usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristoryahan. VW Conversations.
Proclaim Christ in season and out of season. I would like to express my profound gratitude to all the priests, the religious men and women, and their lay co-workers in the Diocese of Borongan for their creativity in proclaiming Christ in the midst of the constraints brought about by COVID-19. Unconventional approaches in proclaiming the gospel were explored and used. But you did not compromise orthodoxy. You made a concrete response to the challenges of the new evangelization. With creativity, passion, courage, and love, you continue proclaiming Christ. True to St. Paul in his second letter to Timothy, you proclaim the word in season and out of season. I am sure Christ is happy for you.
May ada mga kabataan, mga batanon, nga tinatabangan na iton kinabuhi. Damo aira, iton may ada na babarakan, unahadlukan. May ada naman na diri na nga nihin kabuhi. Tungod kay kaira pag-abat upag tanaw, waray nakarawat unahigugma haira. Usahay, ginbabasol pa nga ni nira an ira mga kaanak. Tungod hindamo nga mga problema nga nati ka nga hawan ira pamilya. Kapag katinuod maupay itong kinabuhi, waray mas mamaupay pa kayhan kinabuhi. Kay kun mahiintindihan la, bisan pangani ang mga problema, mga kabarakan, mga ayat o mga challenges, nakakabulig ini base pakusgon an kasing-kasing an kada tagsa o an kinabuhi. An batanon nga nadiri o nga diri naagihin kakurian, natitigurang nga maluya, malubay, oray kusog, ug diri nagiging malipayon. Sanglit ayaw igraot hinbuot kung usahay naagi hindamo nga mga pagsubok han imo kinabuhi. Lugod, pagpasalamat nga buhi ka.
Ito ang nabulson, dako nga kasalanan. Pagpatay ito hintaw. May ada mga tao nga nagbubuhat hini tungod hin pagkaawod o kundi man tungod hin kakablasan. Kundi iton kaarawdan o kakablasan, guti la nga bahin kundi katandi hin pagpatay hintao. Waray bisan ano nga rason nga makakapagaan han pagpatay hintao. Labi na kun ini nga tao usap pala nga baby nga ada hiton sulod hiton tiyan han iya nanay. Tinatawagan ko ang mga kag-anak, katigurangan ug mga health workers. Sagluni ug tudui iton iyo mga anak nga diri magbuhat hin abortion.
Creation is a gift. It is a marvelous gift that God has given us.
Us to be His collaborators in the work of creation, redemption, and sanctification.
The earth is protesting for the wrong that we are doing to her. We have grown up thinking that we were her owner and dominators.
As Christians, we are responsible for maintaining and using wisely the gifts that God has bestowed.
We need to protect Mother Earth. Let us all be one in saving our common home.
I may be small, but I promise to use my voice for the protection of our forest.
Promise to help in my own little way in keeping our seas and rivers clean. I promise to throw my garbage properly and to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod, usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristoryahan. VW Conversations.
And we are back on VW Conversations. We had Dr. June Agda with us, no, from the Eastern Samar State University, face-to-face classes ongoing, damo nga mga programs in iginduduso, no, in the pipeline. Hopefully, especially yung mga bagong mga academic programs, matutuman ini didahiton masunod ng mga tuig. Anyway, maram kamo mga kasangkayan, nagpapadayon na iton search, rescue, retrieval operations. Dito naman bye-bye Leyte, especially dito ang mga landslide areas, and it is just very sad, no? Damo nga mga kinabuhi ang nagkaawat darahadon nga waray huno nga uuran darahang bagyo agaton, sobra ka makusog ang uuran, bisan kun ang hangin hinini nga bagyo hindi rin naman sobra ka makusog, no? Pero ang tubig, ang buos, ang uran hiniin sobrahin kadamo nga naging kausahin babaha, tapos darahan sige nga uuran for the past days, hinumok na didaan tuna, ang mga bukid-bukid asya ini nga nag-landslide. So padayon pa ini nga gin ko-consolidate yung number han mga tao who died, those who are injured, and ito nga mga nawawara pa. And they need help. Ito natin mga kabugtuan in some parts of Leyte, ilabi na dito Baybay, Abuyog, kadada mga lugar in Leyte nga nagkikinahanglanhin bulig. Diri pala maiha in southern Leyte, ginlasurubuhan Bagyo Odette, no, like last year, tapos yan na ini nga agaton, kinahanglan nila itong bulig. Sana may ada mga makahatag gihapon hin mga talaguti nga ayuda nga dahil nga aton mga kabugtuan. So, yung tropical cyclone bulletin number 26 ipinagawas ini kangina, mahiunong inihiton Bagyo Agaton, tropical depression, saring pa han bulletin number 26 ang impalusad ang pag-asa. As the center of the tropical depression Agaton is now in the vicinity of Marabot, Samar, around 11.2 north, 125.2 east. Iton iya ni maximum sustained winds is 45 kilometers near the center. Eastward iton movement hini, and tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 or the TCWS nakaisa pa in Masbate, in eastern Samar, northern Samar, Biliran, Leyte, southern Leyte, and the northeastern portion of Cebu and Dinagat Islands, no? So sumala pa hiton pag-asa, it's still going to be rainy today, no? And in the next 24 hours magiging balod talaga dinihiton seaboard siton mga lugar under public storm or TCWS number 1, no? So yung tracking hini forecast to continue in the vicinity of Samar Leyte areas within the next 6 to 12 hours antes ini gumawas nga dito ng Philippine Sea either tonight or tomorrow morning. Erratic kasi iton movement, hindi naman nga agaton, no? So kung ano man gihapon ini mga kasangkayan, it is expected to deteriorate into a low pressure area within the next 24 hours. Yung malakas naman, malakas is just in the boundary hiton Philippine area of responsibility. Harayo ini adto na Igbaw, parang east of southern Luzon yung forecast position hini, it is not going to directly affect any part hiton Pilipinas, no? So anyway, thank you very much sa iyong tanan mga kasangkayan for being with us today on VW Conversations. Since Semana Santa, yung regular programming natin is only until tomorrow, Wednesday. And then Thursday nga da naman hiton Domingo, may ada kita special programming dara hiton tikang hiton Holy Thursday nga da naman hiton Easter Sunday. Thank you very much mga kasangkayan, until next time on VW Conversations. God bless.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod, usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristoryahan. VW Conversations.
ang pagtuo